Hi everyone, hopefully okay. So today I'm going to do a makeup tutorial based on Cheryl from X Factor. As you all know, I am a huge Cheryl fan and I was so happy to hear she'd come back to X Factor so I can kind of like just admire her makeup and hair because she always looks so perfect, and she has been looking amazing so far in this series. She wears a lot of smoky eyes and nude lips, so I thought that I would recreate her look. I haven't really stuck to one specific picture, it's kind of just like a mixture, so I've gone for a bit of a smoky kind of almost winged eye with some false lashes and then like a nude lip. So if you want to see how I kind of recreated this Cheryl inspired look, then keep watching and I hope you like it. I will mind my really orange hands because I had a bit of a fake tan disaster last night.
So I'm going to start off with my favourite primer, which is the Body Shop Tea Tree Primer, and I'm just going to put that all over my face. For the foundation, I'm going to use L'Oreal True Matte, which is actually the foundation that Cheryl has been wearing on the X Factor, so I thought I would give it a go and use it myself. It's a really nice medium coverage foundation, which I'm just dabbing in with my beauty blender, and I'm just going to make sure that all my face is covered up before moving on to concealer. For concealer, I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm pretty sure this is in the lightest shade. So it's a little bit too pale, but it's a really nice creamy formula, so I'm just going to cover up any spots, blemishes and dark circles. As you can see, I am being pretty generous with the concealer. In fact, I've even managed to cover my hair. I'm just going to use the same concealer to try and cover up my eye bags, and again just blend that in with my beauty blender and try and make myself look a little less like a zombie. I'm going to just set my foundation and concealer with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, and this just makes sure that everything stays in place and I'm matte throughout the day because Cheryl is quite matte and not very shiny. Because my foundation and concealer were quite pale, I'm just going to pop on some of the Benefit Hoola bronzer to just make myself look a little bit less like Casper the Ghost. So I'm going to just do a bit of contouring on my nose, so just try and make my nose look a little bit smaller like Cheryl's. I'm using a Zoeva brush and I'm just using a Hoola bronzer. To highlight, I'm going to use the Benefit Lemonade Concealer, which is a really nice yellowy highlight colour. For blush, I'm going to use Benefit's Dallas Blusher because Cheryl doesn't have a lot of colour on her cheeks. Well, not on the pictures that I've been using. This is a nice kind of almost taupey, browny, bronzy shade, and it just gives you a bit of colour to the cheeks and just gives you a little bit of definition, which I just absolutely love. Also, this Zoeva blush brush is what dreams are made of. It's so soft and just the perfect shape. Cheryl has quite a goldy, sheeny highlight on her cheekbones, so I'm going to use this illuminator from Saint Tropez. Just going to pop this on my cheekbones, down my nose, and just blend that in to give me a little bit of a sheeny glow. Now Cheryl's eyes are always quite winged. Now I'm quite cat-handed, which means that I can't do winged eyeshadow or eyeliner like with my own hands. So I'm going to use these like post-it note tapes, which are the most rubbish things I've ever used. I'm going to take this Makeup Revolution eyeshadow. I will pop all the colours in the link bar below, and I'm just going to pop this along the tape, which is the most awful tape in the world, and I'm just going to try and make a bit of a winged effect. Cheryl's eye makeup is always quite brown and smoky, so that's the kind of look that I'm going for. I'm just going to blend that all in, make it quite bronzy. Remember, I'm not really going from a specific photo, it's just like a general Cheryl look. I'm just taking another Makeup Revolution eyeshadow on the top of that and just trying to get my eye to be a bit more winged. Literally, these post-it notes are just the bane of my life right now. I'm literally getting so frustrated with them. But I'm basically just blending and adding colour to just try and get more of a defined smoky eye. Take the dark brown from this Benefit palette I've been using to just make the look a little bit darker and smokier. You can use any kind of dark brown at all. You could even use a black if you're maybe going out in the evenings. And then I finally gave up with those stupid post-it notes and just blended it all in till it started to look a little bit more reasonable and not as like someone just threw brown eyeshadow on my eye. Take the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow again and pop this under the eye on the lower lash line, because Cheryl always has quite a lot of eyeshadow underneath on her lower lash line, so I'm just going to pop some colour on there to just try and get a bit more of the Cheryl look. So I'm going to use some liquid liner, and this is the L'Oreal Super Liner, which I must just say is amazing. Probably should have done a winged liner because it was Cheryl, but I just didn't want to cock it up on camera. So I'm just going to line my lash line to make it a little bit more darker and defined. So next for lashes, I'm going to use the Bourjois 1 Second Volume Mascara, and then I'm going to use the Bourjois Clubbing Black Eyeliner, because Cheryl always lines her upper waterline and her lower waterline, which I must just say feels horrific. I don't know how she deals with it every day. So just going to line my eye, and then I'm going to go on to some false lashes. After nearly poking my eye out, I've got some Lash Boutique false lashes, and I'll pop a link where you can get them. Oh hey, look, it's me posing with an empty lash box. How cool. They're just these really long fluttery eyelashes because Cheryl loves long eyelashes. I'm just going to pop these on with tweezers, and I've edited most of this out because I had a real kerfuffle with the lashes. Once doing that, put some mascara on, make them a bit more blacker and then flutterier. Moving on to brows, going to take a dark brown eyeshadow and just fill them in with this Barry M brush, which again is amazing. And then what I'm going to do is just set them and fill them in with the Benefit Gimme Brow, which is just incredible if you're rubbish at brows like I am. Cheryl's been wearing a nude lip for quite a lot on X Factor, so I'm going to use her nude lipstick from the L'Oreal range and just pop this on for a nice nudie pink look. And then after that, I'm just going to apply a nude gloss over the top, and this is the Benefit Rocateur lip gloss, and it's just a really nice nude pink shade. This is a finished look, and now for some posing like an awkward turtle, which is what I do best.
So that's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed seeing this makeup video. As always, give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and to subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any other makeup videos you'd like to see, whether it's on a certain celebrity or maybe a certain makeup look, and I will try my very best to try and recreate them. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!